Once again, welcome to another edition of the Sci-Fi Moments here with my dude. Hold on, get this motherfucker started. Answer if you dare. Enter if you motherfucking dare. I got another crazy one, bro. When I was younger too, I must have been younger. I was in elementary at this time, bro.
All
And
right.
this one has fucking always left me thinking that some shit really did happen, bro. So we used to live in some condominiums back in the day, like apartment complex, kind of like the projects kind of company. Right? That's kind of how they look. And then we used to live out there and fucking these condominiums, these kind of weird sections. And there was like four for each block, kind of 2 stories. And anyways, bro, but they were all like packed together, like very clustered together. Man, barrio shit, bro, like very clustered together. And and every other little block had like a little patch of grass where people could just like I guess stretch their feet. And I used to live next to the one by the creek, right? So behind us was nothing but the creek down there, big ass creek. I think I showed you guys the video one time when I was passing in the tostadas. There's like a pond, like a creek back there. So there's
Oh
water and
yeah, yeah, I do remember when you went to the tostadas. I remember.
yeah, there was like this is like this long ass creek that passes called Creek Bridge, and it passes through Costa Plaza, through Laurel Heights, and then see some of the neighborhoods that it crosses and then goes all the way to the hillsides. That's where the water trickles from, I guess. And at one point, there used to be like this, I don't know, like a 3-story, 4-story little waterfall, little crack, and we saw some other shit down there too, bro. At the time, different shit, weird shit. It used to be like a little forest back then. They started building on there, and building and building. But back then, there was none of the barrio size out there, just little. And they even had like a little government building back there once at one point. Now I think about it, bro. I'm going off track. But anyways, I was just a little fucking kid, bro, in elementary, fourth, fifth grade. And the same shit. I remember the same feeling, dude. Boom, like I couldn't fucking move. But I remember, bro, that my window was open, and I was able to look out the window, and I saw my little neighbor, bro. She was floating, looking up, and they were dragging her, or like she was floating. She was dragging her. They were dragging her into or floating her. I don't know what the fuck you call that shit, bro. What do you call? How the fuck you even explain that shit? You know what I mean? The light was, you know, had her suspended in the air, bro, and
Like a
taking her
beam of
into.
light.
No, I was just I could see that in the little patch of grass because I could out my window I could see the patch of grass. It was like bright, like a blue, not like a white light. It was that I remember was like a bright light. Like I could see the light, like the lights were like the either the
The light
pole.
was just hitting the floor. Then
Yeah, it was just hitting the floor, but I mean, it could have been the lights from a very bright. I mean, it could have been maybe energized from the energy, or it could have been the light, the regular pole lights. So it was just more light. It looked like a football stadium. Like everything was super bright. And then I looked outside. I was like
but
frozen.
nothing. But there's no light usually there, not at all.
Nah, not at night. They turned it all off. And
Oh,
then
okay, but the lights came on somehow.
yeah, they came on, but that was super bright, like brighter than ever, bro. But I remember like the got really super bright, and then I opened my eyes, and then I couldn't move, but my window was right next to my bed, like literally right next to my bed. My window was right next to my bed. I could literally look out the window from my bed, and I could see down to the park, the little grass. And then, but I was trying to thinking, what the fuck's happening in the park? But I couldn't move. I couldn't look down, and but se me estaba bien bright. And as I was trying to look out the window from my bed, because I could only move my eyes. I saw my neighbor flying, dude. I saw my neighbor flying. She was looking up, like,
No way.
and
How old was your neighbor?
we were like in elementary, and she was probably like 1 year younger than me. And I saw her eyes turn, and and I was fucking freaked out because her eyes turned, and they saw me, and she was
No
looking
way,
at me. And
but she was small too, or what?
yeah, she was young too, like my age, but like a year young. Like if I was in fifth grade, she was a fourth grader.
But this was at night.
Yeah, and 2 stories floating up in the air. That she was flying into. Remember, there was
No,
four.
but this happened at night,
Yeah, in the night.
and
She
she
was
was
in the morning
outside.
at night. floating up in the air, looking at. She was like, imagine you're like laying in your back, looking at the sky, and she's floating. She's laying on her back. She's literally floating, laying on her back. Her arms are to her sides. Her feet are pointing up. She was looking at the sky. She's very flat. Very. She's not moving, but her eyes are able to like look to the side where I'm looking out, trying to look out the window, and she sees me looking at her. But this is gonna freak you the fuck out, dude. I shouldn't even fucking say it, bro, because you guys don't even fucking believe me, bro. I'm telling
Nah,
you,
go
dude.
ahead, go ahead.
The fucking next day, dude, she said she had a nightmare that she saw me at my window looking at her flying.
No way.
Fuck yeah, bro. And I don't know if she was a witch, if it was UFOs or what the fuck happened. But she said she saw me looking at her in a nightmare that she had. It felt so real. I almost fucking fainted when she told me that shit, bro. I'm not
You
fucking
didn't,
lying.
you didn't tell her though.
No, I didn't fucking tell her.
I should have told her.
I thought she was a witch.
Nah, but she's in elementary way. I should not be no witch.
I don't know what the fuck it was, bro. She was floating in her back, looking at the sky, and her eyes happened to look to my window, and I looked at her, and we locked eyes, and she flew in her window, and then she told me the next day that she had a nightmare that she was floating in the sky, and that she saw me looking at her when she was flying. But she was Spanish, but
Damn,
she and
you
then you know
should have
what the fuck
gotten.
tripped me up? My sister said she saw a bunch of lights during those days, like UFO lights, but she was so scared to say anything about it.
No way. Hey, you should have told her if what happened in that dream way.
No, the thing, I was like in fifth grade. It freaked me out. I thought, is this chick? Is she a fucking witch? Like she's flying, and then she's looking at me, and then she told me the next day that she saw me looking at her flying in the window. And then I don't know how to. I don't know if she was telling me like I when I look at it now, she's what if she was getting like abducted by the aliens? I'm not lying,
Yeah,
bro. I'm
well,
not
that's
lying,
probably what
bro.
it
I'm not
was,
lying,
bro.
bro.
Because you can't
But
explain the lights. You know, what I mean, nobody can explain the lights. So that's probably what it was. You know what I mean? Probably
and
fucking aliens. Bro.
she
That
was
shit.
trying to and I seen her brother like a couple years ago, but she's not around and shit. But like
No way.
I, I've always wanted to tell her like, hey, what the fuck happened that day? Because we had like a
You
shared
should,
dream, bro.
fool.
We had
Hey,
a
you
shared
should,
dream.
fool.
I'm not lying.
You should tell her way.
Either we had a shared fucking dream, or I literally saw her fucking floating in the window being dragged by some kind of energy beam, or maybe she was a witch. Who the fuck knows?
Nah, you should tell her way. She'll be like, hey, you know what? Remember that time that you told me you saw me in a dream? Like, I actually saw you. That wasn't a dream. It really happened. What happened in that dream? Tell her.
Wow, that'd be crazy, bro.
So
I'm pretty
imagine.
sure she'll
So what
probably
happened? So
remember.
what happened in that dream probably really happened. Imagine they experimented on her and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I saw her
So,
fucking floating, dude, and I
hey, what'd you
couldn't
do at
fucking.
that? What'd you do at that moment? You just went back to sleep or what?
No, pues estaba, te digo, and I saw the light move, I couldn't move, and then I don't know how the fuck I went back to sleep, and I tried looking out the window, and I didn't see anything. Everything was back to normal when I was able to get back up. And I was like, wait a minute, did I just fucking witness this shit? And I'm looking out the window, bro, and I'm looking around me, and I'm thinking, what the fuck? And then I went back to sleep, thinking probably it was just a nightmare. And then later on that day, then the next day, she told me that she had a scary ass dream that something took her out the window. She was flying, and she saw me looking at her when she was in the and flying in the sky. But it felt so real for
That's
her,
crazy, man.
and she was kind of trying to tell me if I remembered, if I remember, and
Hey,
I
do me
was
a favor. Do me a favor. Get in contact with her tomorrow, bro.
fuck that
Tell
shit.
her.
I wouldn't
Talk to
even know
her
how to get
fast.
hold of her. It would take me a while, but I would. But man, that shit was psycho, man. I remember to that day. Yeah, dude, that shit was crazy, bro. But it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. Want everybody to have a good night. Uh, safe dreams. Safe fucking dreams, man. Because you might never know. While you're sleeping, your brain might actually blow the fuck up. It might just fucking blow up, dude. There is a huge possibility that when you go to bed tonight, your brain will fucking explode. boom, explode. Well, you listen at your own risk. Those are the risks that you take when you listen to another edition of Sci-Fi Moments here with this dude. Peace. Soy el fuego que arde tu piel. Soy el árbol que mata tu sed. El castillo a torre yo soy. La espada que guarda el caudal. Y tú el aire que respiro yo.